In the matter of today's video, there are three types of people, three types of behaviors actually. One is that the person analyzes what actually happened in their life, still thinking about what was already happening, all of things that happened in the past, both good and bad, analyzing and basically living by the past. Second type are the people who over worry of what's gonna come tomorrow, next week, or next year. Those are people who keep thinking about what's going to come instead of actually doing any action. They worry that something bad's gonna happen, that they're gonna fail something or fail at something. And the third type are the people whose main effort, main focus is on things they can do today, or this week, or maybe this year. Out of those three, who do you think is doing the best? Who do you think is expected to have the highest result? No matter the discipline, no matter what we're talking about, who is about to get the best, basically? Of course, is the guy number 3, the guy who focuses on today, on now. Because we basically have 3 timestamps: past, future, and now, today. And as I've said, you definitely know the people that focus on one of those 3, and you basically surely know someone out of every of those. And you probably know that the person who's gonna work on today's tasks is gonna do the best. But I want to get in depth for that. We'll start about the future, because I believe that that's where I can explain it the best, so you get the grip of today's topics video. So basically, where the idea of this video comes from is the stoicism, so the ancient philosophy that actually has a pretty good value for today's life, for our age, even though it was invented and created and developed many years ago. Most of the lessons come from the book, The Art of Living by the Stoics, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I think it's a Polish book, so I don't know how it will be with buying it or getting to it in different languages. But coming to the topic, people who worry about the future, you know them. You know the people that, when, example given, you have an exam next week, and some people are gonna study for it, like basically plan that today they're gonna do this topic, plan they're gonna do this topic the next day. But some people are over worried. Some people still keep thinking about what's gonna come, that the exam is coming and that they're not really prepared. And it's common sense to prepare, but we sometimes forget about it. It's easy to talk about it in this matter when I'm talking about a made up scenario. But you could probably relate that you caught yourself, at least sometimes, thinking what's gonna come too much. There's a great quote in this book that I'm gonna paraphrase again. The person who keeps thinking about what's going to come tomorrow has both tomorrow and today being worse than it could be. Because you stop preparing as much as you could and as much as you should for tomorrow, during today's actions, by wasting energy and time for the worrying. So when the tomorrow comes, you're less prepared than you could be if the previous day you've actually prepared, done the work. So both today and tomorrow come to you on a minus. I hope you understand the concept that, you know those people, think about them right now. Do you see any positive benefits coming from thinking that, hey, I have an exam tomorrow, I'm playing a concert next week? Of course, those things are in your mind. Those things that are coming and are stressful to you are in your mind. You can't erase them. And it's not about erasing them. It's about making them less scary by actually doing the action. Because we've talked about it multiple times. Action is what creates any benefits. Action is what creates progress. So take this action on the things that you can influence, because that's the main point. Can you influence this exam next week? Not really. The only way to influence your score on this exam is not to think that it's coming, but to prepare today and tomorrow and the next day. So plan to prepare for it. And if every day you do some exercises, you perform better than the person who couldn't do those exercises because their mind was all over the fact that the exam itself is coming. So people who worry about the future, if you're one of them, I understand that the stress comes, all of those things happening in your mind. Yeah, I know. But the best way to actually succeed in the thing that it's coming is to start working on getting better in this thing. Because you cannot influence what was in the future, as you cannot influence what happened in the past. That is a bit heavier topic because the future is unknown. We don't know what's gonna come. Of course, we know that the exam is coming, but we don't know whether or not we will fail it or succeed by luck or actually manage to prepare because we'll get some extra time we didn't expect to get free like a day before. But with past, it's already written, and you cannot you're also not able to change it. Like it's the common knowledge, like the number one takeaway from Stoicism. And I believe that it deserves the entire separate video. That the only thing you should care about and worry about are the things that you can actually influence. That your action, your thoughts, your doings actually influence the thing. You cannot influence the score of the exam that's in the future, but you can influence your level of knowledge that you have throughout the days till the exam, so you get the better score. As well as you cannot alter your past in any way, no matter how hard you tried. You cannot change that this thing happened, negative or positive. There are a lot of people who over worry, over spend too much time thinking about what has already happened and cannot be changed. And right now we cannot overestimate, you shouldn't overestimate my words, that the future should be absolutely forgotten because it cannot be changed. Most cases, yeah, sometimes, and only sometimes, some specific cases, past is important to you. And I believe that you know where. Example given, the future brought to you the past brought to you many lessons. The place where you are right now, watching this video in this moment, is because some things happened to you in the past. And those were valuable things, even if they were bad things. They forged you into the version of you in the present moment. So you shouldn't forget about your past. But as for the people who worry about the exam coming, there are people who still live in their past, in their mind, playing the scenarios again and again, maybe altering them, trying to change them in their minds. Actually wasting energy that should be used on changing future by acting today. It's pretty common sense, and the way of acting is I'd say the same. You have to do something today with the lessons you have from yesterday to make tomorrow better. But in this topic of past, it's a little bit heavier because you don't know what happened in the future, what will happen. But in the past, some terrible things might have happened to you. And now you may think, how should I stop worrying about, I don't know, your parent dying or some car crash or something like that? But tell me in the comments or just think for yourself. Can you actually really do anything about it? Of course you should remember about it. But will wasting the time and energy you have today on reminding yourself that this car crash happened or something like that change anything for the better, because you're watching this video to progress. Like, the whole idea of this channel is to make you progress in life, is to make your life better, to bring you to the level where you're actually happy of your life, you're successful, you have money, so you don't have to work like a normal job if you don't feel like it. It's to have a valuable relationship, both with your girlfriend, your wife future, in the future, and both with God, because that's also the idea of my channel. But all of those things will come to you only if you take the proper action. And all of those things are achievable if you take the proper action. Because some things from the past may make you think that you are not able to achieve something. And this is bullshit. The fact that you failed to do something yesterday doesn't put the pressure on today you that you cannot. It's only in your mind. That blockade, that stop sign in your mind that tells you that, hey, let's say that yesterday I failed with nofap again. So today I'm also on my way to fail because I failed yesterday. Doesn't make sense. I failed my last exam, so the next exam I will probably fail too. Bullshit. The last exam you probably haven't prepared, you haven't learned, you haven't studied enough. But what does it have to the future exam? You can, after this video, close YouTube, open some resources, some exercises you have, start doing them, start reading, and get prepared for the exam coming. And the exam topic is like an easy example here, but it of course applies to everything. Your business, your relationship, your spiritual life, everything. So it doesn't matter what happened to you in the past, even if it was tragic. And it doesn't matter what the future brings to you. The only thing you should focus on is what you do today, this hour, this minute. Because it doesn't matter. Like, the thing that I said, the previous sentence about your life could probably be tragic. You cannot alter that. It's not on your way. The thing that you will hear my next sentences of this video is also unchangeable by you if you watch the video till the end. But right now you could change it by this action if you stop this video and close it if you wanted to. Same with more meaningful things in life than one video. If you stop wasting your time thinking both about the past, both about the future, and actually focus on what this day brings to you, you will actually progress. And if you are the kind of person that worries about the future, you will actually make the future better. No matter what person you are. If you make action today, you will progress tomorrow. That would be the key takeaway of this video. Now go and make your way to a better future.